Well, good evening, everybody. Tonight, I'm going to talk about a couple of subjects: hope, faith, action, and confidence. Um, and this video may kind of be all over the place because I've been doing some thinking on the term hope. Um, and I've really heard a lot of people when I talk to them talk about they hope things get better, they hope things change, they hope things turn around. Hope really, I think people get hope and faith confused. You know, faith in whatever it is that you believe in. I myself am a spiritual person. Doesn't I'm not going to debate that on my channel. If you have a faith in your God or faith in whatever it is that you believe is a higher being, then that is 100% personal. Hope is not the same as faith. Hope hope is simply nothing more than sitting around waiting for the universe to take care of you, sitting around waiting for whatever you want to happen to happen. So, and that's what a lot of people do. That's what leads a lot of people to a dark hole, is they just sit around and they hope. They just think it's going to get better. They just think things are going to turn around, and that's not what's going to happen. Hope doesn't float. In my opinion, hope is an anchor tied to your feet that will sink you to the bottom of whatever hole you're already in. The only thing that will really turn things around or make things better is action and confidence. And whatever confidence you may have is really the result of whatever actions and whatever consequences became of those actions. And I'm going to speak professionally, just from my point of view, for just a moment. I've always had a lot of confidence in my professional resume when I've worked at different jobs, because the actions and decisions I took in several different positions always led to a desired outcome, always led to, I can't always say that, my first few jobs, I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned from those mistakes, and I grew to the point where I could make better decisions. And I forget about those first inventory control jobs. They were warehousing jobs, because I've just been doing so well professionally for so long that I kind of forget that I had made a lot of mistakes early on in my career. But personally, a lot of us, before change, our confidence is not of the positive kind. It's more of the negative kind. We're confident that no matter what we do, things are going to get worse, because that's all we've experienced. That's all our actions and decisions have led us to, is negative spots in life. So we get stuck in a place that we're scared to make a decision. We want to just stay back behind the lines and not make a decision, not try to better ourselves, because every time we make a decision, because it's a poor decision, because we don't know how to make good decisions, those decisions lead us to a worse spot in life. So when right before our first good decision, which usually are very simple decisions, we don't have a lot of confidence in ourselves. So therefore, like I said, we sit around hoping that somebody else will come along to help save us, hoping that somebody else will come along to show us the right way to go. So as you start change or growth, you really need to understand what poor decisions, what poor judgment you used in the past, and try the opposite of that. Try to do the exact opposite. I think a lot of people, they try to force a different conclusion out of the same behavior. Because I really, maybe because it's comfortable, maybe it's just because what we're used to. But if you try different behavior, even if the results aren't exactly what you're looking for, even if they're a little more positive than the behavior that led you to that dark place, then that is the right track. And with every decent decision, with every outcome or consequence that is a little more positive, that will build confidence. So, I guess don't be scared to try new things. Don't be scared to try a different path. Don't be scared to try something that's out of the norm. Because obviously what we've been trying for years and years and years, it's not working. It's not working, or you wouldn't be here listening to this. I wouldn't be here putting this content out for you folks who want to make quality, positive change and growth, to watch and to listen to, and hopefully learn something from. So I've been talking to a couple people that are in really rough spots in life right now, and they've gotten rid of the noise in life. They are starting to see what parts of life they want to change, and it seems to them that every path, every decision, every consequence has a negative outcome. And they're failing to understand that even though it may not be as positive as they want, it's not as negative as where they're at right now. But that's an excuse, which I may do a video on excuses too, but the fact that you're going to deal with a lot of negative outcomes in the beginning because you've dug yourself into such a hole that you have a lot of negative consequences from past decisions that you have to get through first. And once you start to get past the first round of decisions, that second round of decisions, you start to see consequences that are a little more positive. And then that third round of decisions, they're a little more positive. And as you start to shed away those layers of negativity, as you start to shed away those layers of negative consequences, you have a lot more positive decisions with a lot more positive consequences ahead of you. And that really is just the nature of growth and change, is shedding those negative layers. You're gonna aggravate people. You're gonna make people mad because they've been so used to getting their way. And that's another video I'm gonna do. I've kind of started to mingle back into getting into some social interactions, and things are tough. People are just about the same way they used to be. But the whole point of this video was, you can't really have solid confidence in yourself or your decisions until you start seeing in yourself the ability to take positive actions. Actions come way before confidence. Confidence is built on top of actions. And then as actions build confidence, and then confidence inspires you to take bigger actions, and bigger actions inspire more confidence, and it's a snowball effect. So that's why baby steps, small decisions that you're good at, small judgment calls that you can get right, that those are the important things, to step back and look at life and go, what are the simplest parts of my life that I can get right now? those are the things that you need to start off with. Just an example, if you post a lot of negative stuff on Facebook, or you involve yourself in drama in the comments, that's a very easy thing to get yourself out of. You just simply don't. You just simply don't put yourself into it. So or maybe you're single, you're having a rough go at it. Maybe you're dating, and you can't really find the right person, and those wrong people are emotionally destroying you. Then that's one thing. Like, hey, quit dating for a while and focus on yourself. That's one of the simpler things to do. But start with those simple things. Start with those judgment calls that you can get right. Build on those. Build some confidence with those things you can get right. Then once you start to build the confidence, then start to branch out into areas that maybe you have a little more trouble understanding and figuring out. While you're building the confidence, just start to have a look at those bigger issues in life. Start looking at them objectionably, and start to kind of break those things down. So that way, when you've built some confidence, then you can start to attack those larger portions of life. But more important than anything, everybody just stay positive. One foot in front of the other, keep moving forward. It's tough in the beginning. It's super, super tough in the beginning. But as you walk down the path, as long as you stay moving, stay focused on what's in front of you so you don't get tripped up. Focus on what's way ahead of you so you're on the right path. The rewards outweigh the risks 1,000 times. So everybody, I look forward to talking to you all again, and we'll talk later. Bye.